what happened was I was sitting down here quite late one evening and I was going fishing the next day and I thought I'd go upstairs and get my stuff prepared so that I haven't got to rush about in the morning and do it. So I went upstairs and vaguely I remember getting to the top of the stairs and I'd forgotten something. I went to go back downstairs and that's all I remember. The next thing I woke up in hospital and I slipped on the carpet. As I span round to come back down the stairs, I could see where I slipped on the carpet and come crashing head first down them stairs, hitting my head in places and fracturing my skull. By all accounts, I was bleeding in two places on my brain. I'd busted all my ribs, so that every time I breathed, my broken ribs were cutting into my lungs. And I'd also developed pneumonia. So that's the state I was in. And then the doctor was saying to Melanie and George's, your dad's got four life-threatening incidents going on at this very moment, and it's not looking good. I was in St George's for two weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. From there, they took me back to East Surrey for a little while, and then they moved me from East Surrey to QEF. When they got me out of bed, they had to put me straight into a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. I could no longer talk. I couldn't. My brain wouldn't operate properly, and I'd gone blind in my left eye, and I was going blind in my right eye, and my ribs were still broken and cutting into my lungs as I breathed. I think the first thing I really remember is being introduced to Holly, because Holly was my key worker, and she looked after me the whole time I was in there. And with Holly just explaining everything to me so nicely and making me feel, because I was obviously anxious, and making me feel relaxed and it was going to be okay in there. I had psychology therapy, I had physio at least 2 or 3 times a week, and the girls would sit down with me and play chess with me, and just to get my brain working. And every time they beat me. But it was so helpful in the things they would do to get me to, because my brain had just gone and decided that I'd had enough. And and just got me to just think properly again, because twice I'd considered suicide. But I got them horrible thoughts out of my head very successfully. So the physio girls, with all the different stuff and treatment and the stuff they did for me, actually got my legs working again so that I could walk. When I first started, I could walk about 20 paces and fall over. And by the time I come out of QEF, I was walking okay, fine again. Because at one time they thought I was going to go completely blind. And they got my eyesight back with all the treatment and the things I was having done at QEF. And so there I was, back able to talk, walk and see again. I can't see that had I not been at QEF, I think I would have just drifted into depression and given up. But I didn't. But yeah, they did everything they could to make sure that I was perfectly safe and ready to come home. With safety on stairs, walking about, able to cook properly, to fend for myself. And when I proved that I could, at QEF, that I could do all that stuff, the magic day came and Holly came into my room and said to me, "Richard, you can go home," which was lovely. I couldn't find a bad word to say about any of the staff in QEF in all the months I was in there. I couldn't think of a single bad thing to say about a soul in that hospital from all the time I was in there. Nothing but help and kindness, and that's a fact. And I mean it as well. if they do for other people what they've done for me, and constantly giving other people their lives back, which I know they're trying to do, to be in an even better facility, it can only help.